Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to NHL 18 franchise mode with your London Lions. Yes, we are back here once again to start the 2019-2020 NHL season after the best free agency ever. Yes, we managed to pick up this man over here, Erik Karlsson, 93 overall defenseman, who decided to leave Ottawa and join the new expansion team because he sees a lot of potential in us. He sees the ability to win the Stanley Cup. So here we are. Right, so let me show you your 2019-20 London Lions team, shall I? On the first line, we also have another pickup. Artemi Panarin, Nolan Patrick and David Pastrnak on the first line. Patrick Marleau, another pickup. Ricard Raquel and Connor Brown on the second line. Devontae Smith-Pelly, Chris Tierney and Tom Wilson on the third line. And Michael Grabner, Charles Hudon and Scott Lawton on the fourth line. Defence, we have Marc-Edouard Vlasic and Erik Karlsson on the first line. Mattias Ekholm and Kyle Olsner on the second line. Joel Edmondson and Sami Vatanen on the third line. Goaltenders, we have Cam Talbot and an 88 overall Yaroslav Halak for some reason. He was like an 84 when we picked him up. By the end of last season, he was at 90 overall. So, yeah. We also picked up Talbot for 4 years for $5 million to be a backup once Yaroslav Halak eventually drops his overall. And we've got him for one more season at $2 million. So, yeah, that's the team for this season. We played the preseason and we absolutely dominated it. Not losing a single game, but we were using our full roster. Let's hold a team meeting before our first game of the season against the Columbus Blue Jackets. The real season's here. Bring your A-game, boys. Karlsson, Talbot, Olsner, Marleau and Tierney all love it. So then, one more thing we need to do is just do a quick bit of upgrading and maintaining. And then we should be ready to go to start the season. We should get about halfway through the season by the start of this. So, concessions. Let's have a look. We have 3.5 million to play with. So let's repair this. Repair this. Pardon me. Repair this. Repair this. Don't have that much money left now. You can be upgraded. You can be upgraded. And then you two can be repaired. And we'll save the rest of the money for later. There you go. So they're all being upgraded and maintained at the start of the regular season because that's a genius idea, isn't it? So, we start the season, October 12th, 2019. We will simulate period by period for the first 10 games of the season as we usually do to see what's working, what's not. And then I think we'll probably get halfway through the season by the end of this episode. So, here we go! Game 1 against the Columbus Blue Jackets, Artemi Panarin's old NHL team. Pastrnak against Wenberg for the opening face-off of the 2019-2020 season. First period. Okay, we score. David Pastrnak, the first goal of the season on Sergei Bobrovsky. And it's 7-6 in favour of the London Lions. Lol. Second period. Okay, they managed to score 2 back. Atkinson and Foligno score on Yaroslav Halak. 18-13 in favour of the Blue Jackets. We'll times 8 simulate the third period. A power play for the Blue Jackets. And we kill it off. Well played, lads. A power play for the London Lions. Can we get it going? No, we cannot. It's a very close game here so far. We're not getting many shots on goal. Another power play for London. And Nolan Patrick, his first goal of the season on the power play, gets past Sergei Bobrovsky. And the game is tied. Can we carry on this winning form? We go to overtime. 28-25 in favour of the Blue Jackets. We've guaranteed ourselves 1 point in our first game of the season. Overtime! And we score. Erik Karlsson, the new star defenseman for the London Lions, gets his first goal as an overtime game winner in the first game of the season. And Mattias Ekholm is injured. Great. And he's out until November. Great. Ekholm, mate, what's going on? God's sake. So, Olsner, if you switch to the left side, Vatanen, you can switch to the right, and then we can bring in Pulak, who's a right-handed shot, yes he is, to come and play there. Perfect. Nice job. So, we've won our first game of the season. We now have a game against the St. Louis Blues. 3 points for Erik Karlsson. 2 assists on the night. Good. Wow, he's averaging 3 points a game. So here we go. Game 2 of the season. We're not playing at home yet. We haven't got the chance to play at home yet. against the St. Louis Blues. Nolan Patrick against Niall Yakupov for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, no score. 9 shots to 5, working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living after the first period in favour of St. Louis. Second period. Okay, they score a pair. Tarasenko and Harold score on Yaroslav Halak. 22 shots to 12 in favour of the Blues. Times 8 simulating the third period. If they go 3-0 up, then we'll just sim the rest of the period. Let's see if London can come back in this. They haven't had a shot the entire period, I don't think. 5-on-3 power play. It's a goal by Steen, then one more by Dunn. And the St. Louis Blues managed to shut out the London Lions 4-0. We must have run into a very hot goaltender there, ladies and gentlemen. So an overtime win and a loss to start the year. No points for Erik Karlsson, no points for anybody in that game for us. And our first home game of the season in the Lions' Den against the 0-2-0 Nashville Predators. Let's make sure we get this one, ladies and gents. Here we go. Johansson against Chris Tierney for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, it's a 2-2 game. Nolan Patrick and Pasternak score, but Johansson and Josi score on Halak. 15 shots to 7 in favour of the hometown Lions. Second period. Okay, no score. 26 shots to 15 in favour of London. Will times 8 simulate the third period. Come on, London Lions. Let's get a win in regulation. Power play and Patrick Marleau, his first goal, and Victor Arvidsson manages to tie it right back. But Patrick Marleau gets his first goal as a member of the London Lions. And Ryan Zingle, an ex-player, but Michael Grabner gets a goal to tie the game once again. This game is all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. We just don't know who's going to win this. This might actually go to overtime once again. But can the London Lions get a goal before the end? They cannot, as we go to overtime once again. 39 shots to 31 in favour of London. Zingle, the ex-London Lions player, decides to get a bit of revenge with Nashville. But Grabner manages to tie the game like a minute afterwards. Overtime! No score in overtime. 40 shots to 34 in favour of London. Can the Lions win this in a shootout? Shootout! Yes, we can. Panarin and Karlsson, the two new guys. The two free agent signings managed to get the goals. I'm very happy with that. Pasternak on 3 points. Hey, we won our regular season home opener. $15,000. Whee! So we are 2-1-0 to start the season. It's going to be a good year for rookies this year, folks. Keep that in mind. So, we're against the Florida Panthers next. They have not lost in regulation yet. Ha! We'll sort that out. In the Lions' Den once again, the Panthers against the Lions. It's a cap matchup. Trocheck against Patrick for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, so no score game so far. 11 shots to 8 in favour of the visiting Panthers. Second period. Okay, it's a 1-1 game. Lars Eller scores on Talbot, but Connor Brown scores on Luongo. 24 shots to 16 in favour of London. So Lars Eller is now with the Florida Panthers, and Yurko scores on Cam Talbot. A 5-on-3 power play. How did the London Lions not score on a 5-on-3 power play? They're one goal down in this game. The London Lions need something. They're not getting many shots on goal either. Can we not lose this in regulation, please? Do you want to tie this up late? Come on, London. You know you want to. No, you don't want to. Okay then, we lose 2-1. Great. We had a 5-on-3 power play as well, and you didn't score. So we are 2-2-0 to start the season. Nolan Patrick has been injured. Nolan Patrick has been injured with a sore knee. He'll be out until October 28th. Well, that's not good. So if we put Raquel there, and we got another guy that can fit in. We've got at least one scratch guy, Matt Nieto. What's his face-offs like? 60. Barber, your face-off 60. Okay, so we'll stick Nieto in here. Chris Tierney, your face-offs are 75. Houdon, your face-offs are 75. So we'll just slot you guys there. Awesome. So he'll only be out for about a week or so, because we need you back, Patrick. So against the Ottawa Senators, who are going 1-2-1, to start the season. A scouting assignment. Let's scout defensemen for 3 weeks in the OHL, I think. Right, so we're against Erik Karlsson's old team. Can we get this going? Here we go. So we are playing in Ottawa. He's returning back to the team that gave him so much love and affection. But Tierney and Brown for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, it's a 1-1 game. Panarin scores on Mike Condon, but Stone scores on Halak. 12 shots to 8 in favour of the hometown Senators. Second period. Okay, they score again. Hoffman scores on Yaroslav Halak. 22 shots to 20 in favour of the Lions. We times 8 simulate the third period. And Erik Karlsson scores on his old team. And Panarin scores another against Hochberg. Looks like Mike Condon has left the game, perhaps with an injury. But there you go. So the London Lions have a 1-goal lead now. Erik Karlsson scoring against his former team. It's always the way it goes. Another power play for the Lions. Oh, and Mark Stone scores. Whether that was short-handed or not, I don't know. And we go to overtime once again. We have not managed to win a game if we haven't gone to overtime. 39 shots to 28 in favour of the Lions. Overtime! No score there. 40 shots to 34 in favour of the Lions. Shootout! And they win. Thomas Tatar manages to ruin Erik Karlsson's return to the Ottawa Senators as the Sens win the game. Pulak has been injured with a sore foot. Great. I don't have any other players that could take his place. Oh my god. Right, so I need to go to roster moves. Roster moves. Yes. I know the lines aren't okay. So in the system, Xavier Wallet, he would need to be waived though. Timothy Liljegren wouldn't. Right, Liljegren, you're getting your first call up to the NHL. Welcome, buddy. It's because you don't need to be waived. That's why I've picked you up. So, Nolan Patrick should be back soon as well. So Timothy Liljegren, 73 overall, I should say. Welcome, sir. You shoot right as well. Perfect. And he shoots right. So best lines for you guys. Xavier Wallet's playing quite well. How are our AHL team doing? They are currently 2-3-0. Okay, so they're not doing too bad. Right, let's sim to the game against Winnipeg. 7 points in 5 games for Erik Karlsson. Not too bad. So, here we go. Back in the Lions' den. Game number 5 of the season. No, game number 6, I should say, of the season. Here we go. Panarin against Scheifele for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, so 2-0 lead for the Winnipeg Jets. Ehlers and Scheifele score on Halak. 9 shots to 8 in favour of the London Lions. Second period. Okay, looks like it's a 3-1 game. Grabner scores on Hellebuyck. Or Hellebuck. And Perreault scores on Halak. 23 shots to 17 will times 8 simulate the third period. And they score, so we'll probably just let it go. A 5-2 game. Line gets an empty netter. Connor Brown scores. I was about to say if they'd scored one more goal, we'd just simulate the period. And they did it. So, there you go. No points for Erik Karlsson that game either. So, Yaroslav Halak is not happy with his recent performance. We've got a game against the Carolina Hurricanes for game number 7. Here we go. We've had a bit of a shaky start to the season so far. Let's pick it up, boys. Tierney against Victor Rask for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, it's a 2-1 game. Pasternak scores on Lack, but Rask and McGinn score on Halak. 16 shots to 7 in favour of the London Lions. Second period. Okay, we managed to tie it back. Panarin with a goal on Lack. 28 shots to 17. Times 8 simulation for the third period. Come on, London Lions. There you go. Connor Brown with a goal. Good start. A power play. They get a power play. They have a power play, but we managed to kill it off. Well done, gents. A power play for us again. Can we get the insurance marker? No, we cannot. Are we going to hold this lead? Come on, London. Let's get our first regulation win of the season. Nope. Teravainen manages to jinx that. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Yep, thanks, man. Real nice of you. So, 37 shots to 30 in favour of the Carolina Hurricanes. Overtime. And nobody scores in overtime. 41 shots to 33 in favour of the Carolina Hurricanes. Can we get the 2 points in a shootout? Shootout! Yes, we can. Matt Nieto scores on Eddie Lack. And that's the only goal that scored is by Eddie Lack. No, the only goal that scored. I meant to say goal, but I think I mixed goal with scored, so I went goal. Ah, perfect. So, Nolan Patrick, our first line centre, is back. Huzzah. So, if we just best lines it for now. Yep, that's fine. And then Smith Pelly, if you want to go here. You two swap over. Defense. Yep. Liljegren, has he got his first point? Nope, he has 2 penalty minutes and he's a -1 though, so that's good. So, 8 points in 7 games for David Pasternak. Here we go. Sorry, I completely forgot what I was doing there. Game against Buffalo on October the 27th. My birthday, I might add. Here we go. 3-3-1 so far are the London Lions. And they have not won a game in regulation, but they're up against a 1-4-2 Buffalo Sabres. So, Patrick against Jack Eichel for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, it's a 2-1 game. Eichel scores, but Panarin, he's stacking up the goals. And Tierney score on Robin Lehner. 17 shots, almost doubling them up on shots, 17-9 in favour of London. Second period. Okay, wow, 4-1 lead, nice. Pasternak and Wilson score on Robin Lehner. 32 shots, over doubling them up, as they have 15. And third period, there you go. So a 4-1 victory, our first regulation win for the London Lions this season. It took us 8 games. 10 points for David Pasternak in 8 games. So we'll play these next 2 games simulated. So we've got a game against Colorado, and then we'll have one against... Oh, here we go. Player morale. Okay. Who wants to have a chat with me? Hello, Nieto. What's up, bud? Having a tough time with being scratched? Yeah, you respond favourably to the tones. It doesn't matter. So we'll have a game against Colorado, and then a game against Toronto. So the 30th of October, the eve of Halloween. They're 5-3-0. We're 4-3-1. Let's do this. Here we go. We're at the bottom of our division as well, I might add. So here we go. McKinnon against Raquel for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, so 2-1 lead, 2-0 lead, I should say, for them. Landeskog with a pair of goals. 10 shots to 9 in favour of the Lions, though. Second period. Okay, they managed to get another one. 3-0. Delorier on Halak. 22 shots to 18 in favour of the Lions. And third period, we managed to get 2 back. Brown and Panarin again. Artemi Panarin is going for that Rocket Richard trophy this year, ladies and gentlemen. He has almost scored in every single game we've played. Pasternak has 11 points in 9 games. But this is our last game like this. If we win, then we'll be keeping pace with the rest of the division, roughly. But we are the only team in our division without double-digit points, which is very strange. Here we go, against the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Lions' Den. Let's go 5-4-1 to start the season, folks. Ball sack against Raquel for the opening face-off. First period. Okay, it's a 1-1 game. Komarov scores, but Pasternak scores on Frederik Andersen. 10 shots to 8 in favour of the London Lions. Second period. Okay, oh my god, it's a 3-3 game. Pasternak scores another, Lawton scores 1, Martin scores 1, and Van Riemsdyk scores 1. 23 shots to 20 in favour of the Lions. Times 8 simulation for the third. Come on, London Lions. Power play. Power play. Let's get this going. There you go, Connor Brown. He has scored a lot of goals for us so far as well. Nice job, Connor Brown. So we're halfway through the third period. We have a 1-goal lead on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Can the London Lions hold this lead and win in regulation? Please, London. I'm really asking you nicely. And there you go. A 4-3 victory for the London Lions, I should say, on the Toronto Maple Leafs. It looks like Panarin's goal-scoring streak came to an end. But Pasternak has 13 points in 10 games. So we are still at the bottom of our division, but we are keeping pace with the rest of it. Just a couple more wins, we'll climb right up the top. So let's take a look at the point scorers so far on this team. Pasternak with 13 points in 10 games. Panarin, he scored 5 goals. I thought he scored more. Pasternak has scored more goals. Connor Brown scored as many goals as Panarin as well. So Panarin and Carlson are each going a point a game, but Carlson's a -5, which kind of sucks. Nolan Patrick is 8 points in 7 games. He's the only guy that's over a point a game so far. Nice. So we're doing okay here. We're not doing the best, not doing the worst. So let's go to the calendar and simulate the next 10 games and see where we're at as a team. We're doing okay. We're starting to pick it up a little bit here, though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll go up to the game against the Islanders. Start with an away game against the Schittsburg Penguins. Oh, the Honolulu Heat aren't doing very well again. So against Pittsburgh. Let's see how we do here. Come on, get the win against Pittsburgh. We lose for 4-1. Great. We're up against a very tough Dallas team. Oh, good. Pulak's back. So if we just go best lines for the sake of it, and then swap you two and swap you two there. Nice defense. We've got Pulak back, scratched. So Timothy Liljegren, he hasn't scored his first point. So if we go to roster moves, let's send Liljegren down. So thank you, Timothy Liljegren. Have fun back in the minors, bud. So there you go. That's all that done. Nice. To an away game against the Dallas Stars. We shootout win. Nice. We managed to beat them. We lose 6-2 to the Vegas Golden Knights. Well, they are playing very well in the league at the moment. A 4-2 win against the LA Kings. Mark-Edouard Vlasic has been injured. God damn it. Okay, fair dues. Are we going to need Liljegren back then? Because this isn't very helpful. Who's scratched? Let's just play one of these guys. I really cannot be asked to worry about it. playing Nieto on defense. Scouting assignment, let's go to the United States for 3 weeks for forwards. So, Calgary, we lose 4-2, great. Player meetings, we'll dismiss them for now. Against New Jersey, can we get a win here? No, we can't. Oh, good. Ekholm's back, though. Nice. So, we're not doing very well by holding leads and keeping consistency. And then grabs if you want to play there. Nice. I don't think this checking line's helping too much, if I'm honest. Nice. So they're all back. Perfect. Against Washington, we win 3-1. Good. Against Chicago, we shoot out win 2-1. Good. Against Montreal, Josh Anderson. Yeah, well, if he doesn't want to sign, he doesn't want to sign. Edit lines manually. We'll go best lines again. So that will bring Vlasic back in. Best lines. Because then all we have to do is just do this quick change. And then defense. Yep. Vlasic. Carlson. Yep. Nice. Okay. Against Montreal, we win 2-1. Good. Cam Talbot has been injured with a sprained ankle, so that means Halak, you are our go-to guy in net now. Goaltenders, I want to leave Olmark down there because he'd need to be waived. Marmanlind, you can come up and be our backup goalie. So we'll edit the lines. Halak is still playing at a 80 thing with Bob overall, so that's good. Yeah, he's playing at an 88 overall, so I can't complain too much. But, I mean, in terms of his actual play, he's won half of his games so far this year. And you guys, you go best lines. There you go. Against Tampa Bay, we lose 3-1. And that will do it for the first 20 games of the season. So we're going 10, 9, and 1 to start the season. Not a very good start for us. We're still at the bottom of our division. But just a couple of wins will jump us up the standings. So we're not quite getting it done here, I don't think. This isn't exactly the start to the season that we would have wanted. So Pasternak is over a point a game. 8 goals, 13 assists. That's pretty decent. It's the depth in our lineup, I think. I think that's the problem. Nolan Patrick, 17 points in 17 games. Carlson, 17 points in 20. Panarin, 14 in 20. We don't have any double-digit goal scorers yet. Brown, 10 points in 20. Raquel, 11 in 20. Okay, so we're starting to see a bit of a drop of production here, so we might need to jig these lines about a little bit. So the first line are producing. That's good. But it's the other lines that are causing a problem. Patrick Marleau, you have 9 points so far. So, Grab, if we play you there. Scott Lawton, you're a 4th line forward. Smith Pelly, you're a 3rd checking line. Tierney, you're a 3rd checking. And Wilson, you're a 3rd checking. So we've got some checking guys there. We'll play Wilson on the 2nd line. Actually, no, we'll play Grabner on the 2nd line. Brown can play there. Wilson can play there. Oh, you're a 3rd scoring line, actually, so we'll play Brown on the last line. We'll play Grabs up on the 2nd, see if that helps at all. Okay, nice. So, if we simulate the next 21 games of the season, we will be halfway through the 2019-2020 season, so I think that'll be a good idea. So, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19... 2021. So we're going up to a home game against Pittsburgh. So we start with a home game against the New York Islanders. We win in a shootout. Good. A home game against Philly. We win in a shootout. I mean, they're wins. Go to roster moves. Yep, we can sort this out. So if we just go goaltenders, because Cam Talbot is back from his injury. Marmanlind, thank you for your help, buddy, but I think we're okay. So this lineup seems to be working for us right now because we are actually stringing together a couple of wins. So that's good. So Cam Talbot, you're there. Nice. Against San Jose, can we... Oh, Joel Edmondson's injured. Oh my god, can you just, like, go without me having to worry about this every single time? It's a good thing we've got Pulak here then. Welcome, Pulak. Hope you're having a nice day. Against San Jose, we lose 2-1. Okay, so we can't get back on the win train there. RFAs. So Josh Anderson's not playing this year. Scouting assignment. Let's scout defense here for 3 weeks. Nice. Joel Edmondson's back. Oh my god, so micromanagey. Stop it. Right, Pulak, thank you for your help, bud. Joel Edmondson. Yep, substitute with scratch player. There you go. Let's continue. So I think we're about 12, 10 and 0. We lose against the Oilers. I think we won against Arizona then. We win in a shootout against the Rangers. We lose against Detroit. We're a great shootout team. We win against Vancouver in regulation. That's good. We lose against Boston. A lot of 1-goal differential games. We lose 4-2 against Minnesota. So we're very much a 500 team right now. I thought we'd be a much better team. Like, I'm a bit confused by this. An overtime win against Anaheim, against Columbus. Can we get a win here, please? Please? I want a win. I need to string together some wins, please. Artemi Panarin's been injured and he's out until January. Great. Oh, I just cannot win with this, can I? Right, Raquel, you're getting the chance to play. Tierney, Houdon, and then Matt Nieto. There you go. Back to edit lines. I really don't want to have to worry about 3-on-3. Like, seriously? 3-on-3, well, who's not playing? Raquel, Marlowe. There you go. He's in 2 different 3-on-3 lines. So, the Vancouver Canucks won Chow, Blacker, and a 3rd round pick from this year's draft for Mark Mathot. No. Against Columbus, we lose 5-3. Brilliant. Devontae Smith-Pelly's been injured. Just replace the player, please. Against St. Louis, we lose 7-3. We just can't find any consistency. Overtime win, though, so that's decent. So we scouted the O. We've scouted the US. Let's scout the W for a month on forwards. Smith-Pelly's about to go best line, see if that helps at all. Otherwise, we're just going to be sitting here micromanaging it for the next half an hour. Against Florida, we win 4-0. Good first shutout of the season. A 7-5 loss against Ottawa. A 4-1 win against Winnipeg. A 3-2 loss against Carolina. 6-2 loss against Buffalo, who have done really well after their abysmal start. 4-3 overtime loss, and then a 2-0 loss against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So we are currently under 500, just about. 19 wins, 20 losses, and 2 overtime or shootout losses. 31 points in 38 games for Nolan Patrick. We're not last in our division just, so that's good. If we just keep stringing together some wins, we'll manage to jump up the standings. But this team is underproducing massively. They should be doing far better than they are right now, but they're not because they suck. So Pasternak and Nolan Patrick both have 31 points. Carlson has 29, Raquel has 24. Panarin, he hasn't played for a while and he only has 19 and 32. We don't have many plus players. Vatanen's a plus player. I think he's the only plus player on our lineup. Vatanen and Barber. So yeah, we only have 1 plus player on this entire squad, which is very bad, I must admit. So, I'm going to have to figure out what to do with this team next episode if we want to make it back to the playoffs. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm going to end this episode here. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye!